So you've started a new business and you're asking, how do I name my business? Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint number 125. Yesterday I had a phone conversation with a good friend of mine who is in a position where they need to register a company, which is a beautiful thing. I suggest everyone do it at some point in their lives. And he was a bit unsure about what to name his business. Obviously, going from sole trader to company, the business is still, low staff numbers. The turnover's just at that point where you're kind of going, sole trader to company, you might be making $125,000 to $250,000 a year profit or less. And it's at a point where an accountant or a financial advisor has advised you to go that way. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. So I want to talk to you about choosing a name for your company. Now, obviously, this is my opinion. Everyone has a different opinion, but I'll just put it out there and hopefully you can get some benefit from it if you ever do choose to name a company. Now, things that it's important to remember when you're coming up with a name for a company, in my opinion, is one, it's not a great idea, in my opinion, to tie the name of the business to you personally, unless you have no intention of selling it, or I guess your name elevates everything else. So if you're famous. Two, you don't want to use words that are hard to spell or hard to remember when heard on the radio or over the phone or as a referral. So the example that I gave yesterday was, if your business was called Simple Tiling, or Basic Trailers, it's very easy for people to hear that and then go search for it, and it's very easy. If you called yourself, I don't know, something with Z's and K's and S's and made up words that there could be some ambiguity around how it's spelt. I'm trying to think of an example. Oh yeah, look, so Kennards, I'm driving past Kennards Hire today. Obviously it's got a strong brand. It could be, this is a very bad example, that like misunderstood that there's only one N in Kennards, not two. You look at words like Facebook. It's so simple. You know what the words are. So that would be number two. I guess ideally it's something that's not directly connected to you. Two, something that's easy to remember. Three, think domain names and search engine optimization when you are naming your business, if you want. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to rank if you've got a, Adelaide Tiling or South Australian Tiling or something like that, and you get the domain. Obviously, that's if you can get the domain, and then that's going to make it easier for your SEO guys to try and pop your site. I haven't done that, obviously. All my businesses are one word, 7 or 8 letter words. In most cases, made up words, not made up words, but made up businesses. So we've connected 2 words together. And then the last tip I would give you is to go onto a website like Name Checker. I think it's actually Name Check without the E, so NAMECHECKR. There's a few different ones. You plug in the name that you're looking at. So for me, I'd put in WaterPro, and then it brings up if the .com's available, the .com.au, if the Instagram's available, the Twitter, the everything. You can then use that service to buy all of them easily, or I just go register a Gmail account and use that to buy them. So I'll go buy. So for Dirt Cart, I went and I did Dirt Cart marketing at Gmail, or Dirt Cart whatever at gmail.com. And then went and bought, so in this instance, I think we could get Dirt Cart, but for, what was the last one we had to do? Railways was unavailable. Obviously, it's a very common word, like railways, there's railway hotels, railway stations. So we had to get Railways LS. WaterPro had to get WaterPro AU. WaterPro was WaterPro Com AU at one point, because I was trying to hack eBay's, use eBay as a marketing channel and have my name written as my .com.au, so people would go from eBay to buy direct. Anyway, so that gets you you want to get all the same socials if you can. So I would advise, don't just have like WaterPro for Instagram and then WaterPro AU for Facebook and then WaterPro AUS for for TikTok or whatever. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So yeah, an example of misconstrued business names might be Aussie marketing. So it could be OZZIE or AUSSIE. And if you have those, if it's hard for them to find, they're going to stop looking. Finally, before you talk to anyone about your domain, your business name, all of that stuff, make sure you've registered the business name. You've registered it as a business, so you can either you've got the business name and then you can register the company. You've applied for a trademark with an IP lawyer for the word and the logo. If you're going to do that, make sure that if you go see an IP lawyer that you put it in every category that might matter. Examples of that might be that WaterPro is in irrigation and blah blah blah, but also in clothing because we might start selling clothes, or technology because we might build an app. So do that. Own all the domains. So get your .com, your .com.au, anything that's relevant to you. Make sure that you get all your social media handles. Make sure that your domain names are set to automatically renew if they're important to you. Get domain protection on them if it's important that people don't know who owns them. And get all of that in place and make sure that you're completely secure before you go live with the name. Because if you go live with the name early and you don't own the trademark or the domain, you might get some piece of shit business owners or middle management that think it's funny to go trademark your name before you do, because business is a contact sport and nobody is none of your competitors, not all of your competitors want to see you do well. So that is it. I hope that's been helpful. That is my take on how to come up with a business name. There's probably some more there. Made up words. Be careful with made up words. If you make up a word and you can market well, then it's gonna be glorious. Think TikTok, Instagram. But yeah, you need to market it. That is it. If you've got any questions or you want me to answer them on a video, feel free to DM me on any of my socials. I am at VeryClint, VeryClint, on all channels that I am active on. Happy to answer any questions you've got. My take on how to do this obviously came up from a question yesterday from a good friend of mine. Hopefully it's been of benefit to other people. If you are enjoying the content, please don't hesitate to hit that like button or share the content with someone that might be about to do something where this might help. And most of all, be kind to each other. And if you're in South Australia, enjoy this day. It is glorious. See ya.